Right, yeah. I've just chatted a little bit with a couple. They're down there, they don't want to get too close to me. They're totally falling for all of this beer bug talk. Let's call it the beer bug. I saw that on online the other day. Yeah. Enough of that. Enough of the beer bug talk. They want us all living in fear, obviously. And I refuse to live in fear, because as we know, fears fearlessness. So we all have to be fearless. Easier said than done, I know, but breathe. Hey, I might just sit there for a second. Listen to the birds. It's a beautiful day here. Nice fir trees there. So, let's continue. I love living in Denmark. Scandinavia is a beautiful place. You've got all these trails here. I lived in Sweden for 5 years. That was interesting, apart from the almost 6 months of darkness and butterfly, lovely. It's a nice sight. A little trail down that way, and one this way. I'll go this way. Yeah, I love living in Scandinavia. It's nice. Sweden obviously is a giant country. I think they've got 8 million people, but the size of the country is absolutely enormous. And you can go for walks and for miles and miles and miles and not see anyone. You can go for trails and not see anyone for days, even weeks, which is really nice. I like to come out here and get away from all of the EMF. I've got my phone in my hand, obviously, but I wear headphones all the time. And my phone doesn't overheat yet. I do know people whose phone gets so hot it's almost as if it's going to set on fire. I've actually seen a phone melt the plastic stand that it was on. That was an iPhone, by the way, so be careful there. The leaves haven't quite come yet here. Getting buds coming here, you can see. Coming there. That's good. We're in spring now. I planted some seeds last week. A week ago. And today 3 more popped up overnight, so that's also nice germination. We love it. These are coming up here now. Some new growth there. Yes. If you're not sure about what forest you're in, one good thing to do is look at the leaves that are at the bottom of the trees, yeah? And then you can see, identify your trees by the leaves. A lot of birch here. Sycamore. These are fir trees there. Gran, we call it. You see this path's been well walked, so I'm not the first to come down here. Sometimes I go through things like that, but obviously I don't have a machete on me at the minute. I think it would be illegal as well. They passed a law here a few years back. I'm a carpenter, and I generally have a knife in my pocket, you know, to sharpen my pencil and stuff. And anything longer than 4 inches, they'll lock you up for it. You'll get a fine and they'll lock you up. That's not very good. It seems to be that we are losing. We're not losing, we've lost our identity. Where did that power line come from? Oh my God, get out of here. We're losing our identity. I do this for my kids. I have 3 children. The oldest is 18 this year, and the youngest is 8. Butterfly. I do this for my children. They're oblivious to a lot of things. I have told them a lot of what's going on, even the dark things that are going on, just in the hope that they'll look into things, you know, and use their minds. Oh, let's go up here. There's a bit of land here where there's sometimes some horses. This is their stable, I do believe. Yeah, as I say, I'm doing this for my kids, my children. That I don't want them to be growing up into a society where they're told, now you can leave your home, now you have to go home, you're not allowed to sit there, you're not allowed to do this. You know, it's all utter bollocks, in my opinion. Remember, this is all my own opinion. You don't have to believe anything I say. Research things for yourself, always. It's always the best thing. And, you know, don't believe everything you hear. I've always said that too. Unless you can see it for yourself or experience it for yourself, then it's just generally second-hand information. And we know how wrong that can go, don't we? Certainly do. Got a willow tree here. It's just coming through there, can you see? There's a sign of Easter. I didn't know this was here. A bench there, little hut. I could build one of those. Give me a few days. Got the materials. Great. Oh, it's windy here, so you can hear me. We need to really think now. Things are getting out of hand. I saw yesterday Kerry from England got arrested by the police for sitting. Oh, it's a hunting lodge, this, I can see. Stand your rifles there. Yeah. What's that? A barbecue grill, a couple of tables. There's a pile of clay pigeons in the corner I saw. All these orange bits of shit. There are some clay pigeons on that table. Can you see them? It's a shooting club. Let's just go up here, I think. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we were pretty much allowed to do most things, you know. There wasn't any limitations. Then as I grew a bit older, like 13, 14, we'd be hanging out on the parks and stuff. You know, when you're 14, you don't come